Hi, Karine. How are you? Hi, Kate. Happy Monday. Okay, we're waiting for some guests to join. Let's accept all of them. Hi, Min. How are you? Hi, Christine. Okay, let's just wait one more minute. I think all of you had already joined to one of the office hours before, so I don't think it's necessary to introduce myself. Um, Happy Monday. This is the last Monday of the month. I think by the end of this week, they will announce the winner for the prizes, okay? I hope you're all eager uh, to see the winners for this month. For today, okay, the topic we're gonna be covering is how to nurture your leads by using a combination of email sequences and automations, okay? That's the main goal for today, and also as a spoiler, that's gonna be the homework as well. All right. I just want to wait one more minute and see if there are gonna be any more joiners. If not, I'm just gonna be sharing my screen and we'll start, okay? Same as always, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or type it in the chat and I'll try and address those queries, okay? Let's just wait one more minute. Okay, I think we can start now. Oh, just about time. One more guest. Okay. Mm, I don't see him here. Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen now. Hi, Muhammad. How are you? Happy Monday. Now, let's share my screen. Here it is. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Can I get a thumbs up? Perfect. All right. So once you log into the dashboard again, the idea would be to utilize this tool uh, as an email sequence to nurture your leads so you can automate the process to follow up with them. Okay. We're gonna use two methods or two ways to follow up with your leads or nurture them, which are gonna be with triggers, with two type of triggers, right? The first trigger is gonna be using tags. Okay. I think last week I did mention tags as an option for your contacts. But also, we're gonna use another method that would be basically for your leads to submit a form. Okay, so it's an external action in that case. Okay, now why is email sequences important for your business? Basically, because this will automate the process for you to follow up with all of them without having to do it manually. Okay, so this could be very time consuming, but not only that, it also gives you the tool to see the analytics or statistics for the email sent, okay? That's important to see where in the process the lead just didn't finish the whole process or business process for you or funnel, right? So that's something cool that we're gonna check today as well, okay? So once you log in, the first thing you're gonna see is the left-hand menu, and we're gonna go to marketing. Under marketing, not only you'll find social planner, but also the email campaigns and templates. And this is where you'd go to create the actual template for your email sequences, okay? So Just by going to email campaigns and templates, the main difference between email campaigns and templates is pretty straightforward actually. Under templates is where you would create your email template, whether it's um, a welcome email or whether it's a follow-up email. Those templates can be created in here. And once they are created, you can use them under campaigns, okay? Under campaigns is where you can actually send the email campaign and also how it can be connected with workflows, okay? Or automations. The email campaigns that you send can be measured or can be analyzed here under statistics, okay? And these statistics panel will give you all the analytics for those emails, okay? Now, that being said, we're gonna go to templates and I'm just gonna show you how it works. So there are different ways to create a template. You can create a blank template, which would be a blank page. You can customize it and personalize it according to your business needs. You can use email marketing templates, okay? These are pre-built for you, all right, depending on category as well. And you can just select one as your preference. And you can use one for existing campaigns that you already created before, okay? That's another way to do it. Now, I'm gonna show you how to use a blank template, for example. So once you go in here, you have different options, right? Depending on what you need. Let's say that you want to do design editor. The design editor option is very straightforward. You just drag and drop the different elements that you need, right? So let's say that I want to start with a text that says, welcome to the freeze community. And then a brief sub-description in here. In this community, you will be learning and growing more about X stuff, something like that. And then you can just keep working on your elements in here. You can add a logo on top. Well, the edition for the editor option is very straightforward. You can just drag and drop the different elements offered, and you can start building your email campaign or email template. Okay, once you're done, or anytime you make any progress or changes, remember to save it on the top right corner. Okay, save template, and also in here you can change it to whatever name you want. For example, please community test. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna save it again and then go back. The email template, of course, it will be saved in here. And if I filter by recent, you will see that it will appear within the list, okay? So creating the email template is very, very simple, very straightforward. Now, the strategy that you may use may differ depending on your business industry and your actual specific business, right? But the process of creating an email template, an email campaign works the same way. So once you create your email template, you can just go to email campaigns and start using that. If you go to your templates, you can select the one you created. You can edit them depending on if you want to use a standard one for different things or if you want to just create specific email templates that can be done as well. So it really depends on your strategy again. But in here, you can finish with a few touches, you can save, and you can send or schedule. Now, once you send or schedule, you do have different options for the email campaign. You can send at the moment those emails. You can schedule the email campaign to whatever time frame you want. You can be batch schedules. This is mainly for large groups, okay? So what basically it will do is send the email campaign through a drip mode, okay? And then you have RSSL, mainly used for blog posts and regular content feeds, okay? The most common ones are send now and schedule for, of course, and batch schedule for large amounts. Now, that being said, the setup is very similar for all these different options. You always have a sender email. That's pretty straightforward. You just select contact. It could be email, or it could be, you can type in your business email as well. Sender name, this is optional. Chris. Subject line, community, well, to the community. You can add a pretext in here, and then this part is important under recipient. In here is where you can choose your contacts. It could be all of your contacts, it could be specific contacts, it could be through smart lists. This is something I mentioned last week, but smart lists are basically divided once you upload those contact files. In here, they are going to be divided through smart lists. And then you can use tags. That's something I mentioned last week as well, but you can send these to specific tags or contacts with this specific tag. And then also it could be for with pre-built segments, which are basically divided into time frames. Let's say that your contacts engage in the last 7 days or the last month or the last 2 months and so on, okay? Those can be added, and in here you can activate the analytics parts as well. And then you can review and send, okay? Very straightforward. So far, any questions on this? We good? Perfect. Okay. Now, this email sequence that we can create can be connected with automations, as I mentioned before. So the way to do that is first you need to create the automation as well. Well, you can create the order, doesn't really matter. You can create first the template and then the automation. But in order to be connected, an email campaign or an email should be created already. So under automations, here's where you would manage your workflows and just all of your automations in general, okay? You can create a workflow in here and you can create one from scratch or you can select a recipe, okay? If you go to recipe, okay, it's taking a little bit long, but I assure you, okay, I assure you that there are recipes. That's something I wanted to say. So in here, if you go to recipe, you have different options like templates, right? You have a lead nurture using GPT history option. You have several templates that you can use, okay? Or you can create one from scratch if you want to customize and personalize your automation, okay? So one important rule to keep in mind is that whenever you create an automation or a new workflow, let's say that this one is going to be a new workflow, welcome to the community is something like that, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to save. Okay, there's a typo. And then, as I was saying, one thing to keep in mind is that automations and workflows always start with a trigger, okay? And the trigger can be more than one, but also in this case, it could be a form. And in order to add the form as a trigger, we need to create a form, okay? or it could be um, a tag, okay? Contact tag. So let's say that the tag is gonna be small biz, okay? If we say the trigger, so this automation will work to the people who have this tag, okay? So that's the way it works, very straightforward as well. Now, if you want to use a trigger for a form, I'm going to save this. We can first create a form, and that will be under sites, okay? So under sites, not only you can edit and create landing pages, but also forms in here. If we go to form builder, we can create a new form. Same thing, you can create a form from scratch or using a template. I'm just gonna create one from scratch so you can see. And I'm gonna use the same title for all the other community quiz form. Perfect. Well, this is a standard form. Here you can add more elements. Full name, first name, last name, date of birth, phone number, those were added. Email was added as well. You can add address information. You can use choice elements like single drop down, checkboxes. You can customize it and use images, add signatures, and so on. I'm gonna use just this standard form. And then this form can be added in the email template as well. So we're gonna go to marketing again. I'm gonna go to email templates. I'm gonna filter by the one I created. And in here, there should be an option to add a button. Here, button. And here, I'm gonna use submit form or submit form or something like that. And then I can use the URL, in here for the form. I just gotta go back in here. Let's go to edit. And if we click on integrate, you can see the copy form link. This will copy the link of this form. And I just gotta go back in here, go back to the email template here. And then I can add it in that button right here. URL, this is a URL. As you can see, this is a URL. I just need to save. I can preview the template to see how it looks like, and then if I can click on it as well. If I submit the form, this will open up in a new tab, and the link and the form should show up just like this. So once the lead fills out the form, the information will be captured, and maybe you can add it as a tag, or this can be used as a trigger. So going back to the automation part, I would go to the workflow I created here. And then if I add a trigger, I can look for the form submitted. Form is, and I would select the form, community quiz form, save trigger. So now we have two triggers for this automation, right? The first one is a tag, and the second one is if the leads or the people just submit the form I created, okay? And then right after that, the trigger will activate this automation and you can start working on that email sequence, okay? So now in here, you can set up a wait option. wait option for, I don't know, let's say 5 minutes. And then you can send an email. Send email from Chris. You can add the email in here, the subject, same thing, and you can use the template that you created. I don't remember here, Chris community test. As you can see, here you can add different email templates. Of course, I'm not gonna be using this one because it will create a loop, right? Because right there it's the form, but you can create another email template to add in here. Okay, you would just need to select that one. Let's say that I want to use this one, that it's different, right? And then I can save the action. Oh, I do need an email in here. Okay, something like that. Perfect. So let's review one more time how this automation works. So there are two types of triggers, either when the contact has a tag or when they submit the form. You can use separate automations, right? You can use one with this trigger and create another one with this trigger. That really depends on your strategy. And then you can add a wait option of 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, this email will be sent, okay? You can edit the email in here as well if you want to do it manually, or if you want to create a template, you just gotta go to marketing and builder, right? Right after that, you can use the wait option, or you can send an SMS, same way as sending an email, and you can create the SMS template as well, okay? Or you can create the messaging here manually, okay? Test. You can send them both an email and an SMS just to make sure. And then let's say that you want to wait. You can wait 1 day. And then the next day, this will wait 1 day exactly. So the next day you can send them another email following up with your leads, okay? And so on. So you can start working on this automation, okay? And once it's ready, this is something very important. Let's say that you finished creating your workflow. You can test your workflow, okay, with a specific contact you have in your contact list, okay? So you can send them to this email, for example, and you can run the test, all right? Once you run the test, it should appear, let's see. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go back. And then I just wanna see this real quick. Settings. Yeah, perfect. You can use one of your contacts that you already have in your contact listing here, okay? Now, I have a question from Karin. The form will not be in the email, right? It will be integrated elsewhere. Exactly. I mean, again, you can use the form with the link in whatever tool you need. For example, it can be used in a funnel, it can be used in an email, it can be used as a link, right? So that form that we created can be added to whatever element you want. It could be through a funnel, through a landing page, through a website, through link, right? But once your leads submit the form, the automation will be triggered. That's the important part. Okay. Now, so far, any questions on this? I think it's pretty straightforward in relations of creating the actual email sequence and nurturing your leads. The main difference would be your strategy, how you want to set this up, if it's gonna be with tags or with the form, where you want to put the form, if it's in a website or in a funnel, or if you just want to use the link manually. So it really depends on how you want to use this, right? But just letting you know that this is how you create the automation and how you can run the test before publishing the automation, right? So once the automation you tested is rock solid, or I don't know if rock solid, but if you like the automation you created, I don't remember the name of the one I created here, this one. As you can see, this is in draft mode. If you want to activate this, you just gotta publish workflow, right? Or you can edit the workflow in here. And then on the top right corner, this is in draft. You can activate this and save it. This will publish the workflow as well, okay? So that's how you would activate your automations and your workflows in general, okay? Perfect. Now, yes, the way to get the link, Karen, is just going to marketing. This is where you can actually create the form. Oh, sorry, it was sites. Where you can actually create the form, and then under forms here as a tab or as an option, you would go to builder, create the form. Once you create the form, it will appear here in the list, just like this one. And then you can click on the name of the form, and on the top right corner where it says integrate, here you can get the embed code if you want to add it to your website, or the link copy form link. This will copy basically the link, okay? Perfect. Any other questions? If not, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the homework for this week, okay? Give me 1 second. Perfect. Now, the homework for again this week is gonna be creating an email sequence just like I did. Okay, so you would go to marketing, emails, and email templates, and start working on email templates, okay? Then you would create tags or a form depending on what you need. If it's a tag, I think I mentioned this last week, but you would go under settings on the left-hand menu and create a tag. You just gotta scroll down and go to tags. The tags can be created in here. These are basically labels, okay, that you can use on your contacts. Once you create a tag, you would just go to contacts in here. And then in here, by selecting to those specific contacts that you want, you can add the tag in here. Add tag and select the specific tag you created, okay? It will appear here in the options. That's one way. And then the other way is by creating a form, just like I showed you. Once you do that and create the email templates, you can go to automations and create the workflow in here from scratch or using a recipe. I don't think there are recipes for nurturing leads or a 3-mail email sequence, but you can check this out. There's one that says GPT history for nurturing. This really takes a little bit of time, so I'm just gonna go back. But if you create one from scratch, just create one according to your business needs, okay? I would recommend you to test and play a little bit around with this. And once you create the workflow, you can just take a screenshot on that, on the work you've done, right? And you're gonna post it in the Facebook community group as usual with the hashtag sales process wins to be eligible to participate and winning the prizes that I'm gonna showcase right now, okay? So let me stop sharing my screen for a second, and then okay. So again, once you post your homework with the hashtag sales process wins, by the end of this week, they will announce the winners. Okay, the first seed is gonna receive a coaching session with Peng Jun. Okay, you will fine tune your offer, optimize your sales funnels, and expand your traffic strategy for massive growth. Right. Second seed would be a one-on-one with Marcus, talking about ad strategy, mainly reviewing your ad performance and targeting, exploring insights on advanced traffic strategies as well, and just refine split testing techniques for a better return of investment. And then last but not least, the third seat is going to be one ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live for this year, right? In there, basically, you will gain insider insights into the 10 critical strategies to maximize your business and just an amazing experience to supercharge your business and learn new features and tools in there as well, okay? Just to keep in mind that the first and second seat will also receive the ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live as a plus in here, okay? Perfect. Let me stop sharing my screen now. All right. That's it for today. I appreciate the time. Again, I hope you can join to the other weekly office hours. All right. If anything, just stay tuned. If you wanna just recheck the training, go to the Sales Process University to check the recording, and we can keep in touch. All right. I hope you all have a nice week and finish this month strongly. All right. Perfect. I appreciate it, Kate and Corinne. Bye bye. Take care.